Good evening, Entertainment Daily lovers. I know you must have been waiting for this live stream to drop since yesterday. I just didn't have the time to come on in to do this, so pardon me, okay? Because we've scheduled this since yesterday. Welcome in everybody, and let us talk. Cynthia Morgan versus the very dark black man. Come on in and give your 2 cents about what you think. Like I said, we are going to do a breakdown. I dropped a video yesterday and I said we'll do a proper breakdown, and that will be on the live stream. If I have to play what VDM said and what Cynthia Morgan said and all of that. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm not even going to waste your time. I'm going to go straight right in and let's start. Please, if you're watching the replay or you're joining us as we're doing this live stream, drop your thoughts in the comments section. Thank you so very much. God bless you. Oh, okay. So let me go over to Cynthia Morgan's page, aka Madarina, and let us start talking. Let us know. Okay, so let me also add this. I feel like the internet is kind of divided when it comes to this particular topic. Right? People started by feeling sorry for Cynthia Morgan, but when Cynthia Morgan made that statement that she's not going to be singing and things like that, a lot of people were really pissed off, because a lot of people love Cynthia Morgan's song, okay, or songs, okay, music. People were really rooting for her to come back and, kind of start releasing music again. The general public is going to support her and she's going to bounce back. So some people feel like it's pride. And anyway, whatever your thoughts are, comment it in the comment section. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and let me know what you think. More contents are coming. There are more topics, so many topics for us to cover. So let's quickly dive right into this. So I will play what Cynthia said, and let's begin. Let me see. Okay, so I think this one she started by people did not understand or do not understand distracted because I'm trying to, have a decent conversation, just talk about what has been happening in recent time. So I beg you not vex if I turn up the comment. I don't even know how to do so that. So that's Cynthia Morgan talking. Please, if there's anybody that can show me how to turn up the comments, please, you can tell me in the comments. How do I turn up the comments? It's a lot. So, a couple of people did not understand or do not understand the reason for my recent outburst about Jude, enges. Everybody will understand what's going on, what's happened. Oh, I think it's time for me to just come out and give light to that situation. Because me personally, I'm tired. I'm tired of going back and forth, talking about the same thing over and over again. But I think at this point, it's time for me to really just say what it is. So before my outburst, before the comments that I made, someone called me. I don't know if I should mention the person's name, but he called me and then he said he met Jude Okoye, and then he had a conversation with him. Okay, so this is where Cynthia Morgan and the very dark man's issue started from. When Cynthia Morgan said this, VDM knew that Cynthia was talking about him, but the general public didn't know that it was VDM. I don't think, even if Cynthia had asked people to guess, I believe VDM would have been one of the last person that people would have even guessed that Cynthia was talking about or was referencing or was referring to. So it was VDM that came out and actually said, I am that one person that she was talking about. So let's go. A couple of questions that why has he held back my catalog and all of those things. And just like Jude, the usual Jude, you know, Jude told him a couple of things that are not true. Obviously, I don't know if you know Jude, but I know Jude. And then he said, he told him that, oh yes, he could give me my catalog, but on one condition, that I apologize to him.
that I had said a couple of things about him that weren't true. So I told this person, I said, there's nothing I said about Jude that isn't true. If there's anybody that owes anybody an apology, it's Jude that owes me an apology. And I told him, I said, you know what? Forget about it, leave it for him, because really I'm in a better place. I don't want to be going back and forth and dragging, It's not right that I left my catalog for Jude, because in all sincerity, I don't owe him money like he's told the public that I owe him, because that's the only reason why he's saying he's holding back my catalog. But I told him, I said, you know what, leave it be. Just leave him alone and whatever it is. And then he said, okay. And then after we had that conversation, I went to bed. At night, I had a dream. And in this dream, Jude was telling me that when my foodstuff, let me use Niger language, when my foodstuff finishes or my groceries finishes, that I should come and ask him for money. And mind you, this is not the first time I'm seeing Jude in my dreams being funny. Not even only Jude, some members of his family that I wouldn't want to say. I don't want to reveal their names yet. So let me be candid with you that Jude hasn't only been fighting me physically, he has also been fighting me spiritually. I just make I keep quiet.
Let me pause here. When you talk about somebody battling you spiritually, Cynthia, be careful with the kind of statements you make, because you're saying this publicly to the hearing of everybody. This is something that if Jude decide to pick it up and say you're defaming him, it might be difficult for you to prove. Spiritual battles is always difficult to prove in court. Okay, how do you go and tell the court that one priest or one pastor, or you saw it in your vision, it was revealed to you? That's not what's gonna help the court to judge in your favor. So be careful how you be saying that he's pursuing you spiritually. May they not go carry you go court now. You're not confident defend yourself.
Do you understand me? Because and it's time for me to stop keeping quiet about people that try to fight me spiritually. I will tolerate everything in this world, but you see, two things that I hate is witchcraft and lies. I don't go to bed at night and sleep and be in another person's dream and be fighting them or telling them things that doesn't make sense. Let's keep that aside first. So this is what happened. So when I woke up in the morning, I'm like, but I told this person yesterday to tell Jude to go with the catalog. Why am I seeing Jude in my dream telling me to come and ask him for money if I'm hungry, if I need groceries? So I got really upset and I posted what I posted about him going with the catalog, like everybody will pay for their sins at the end of the day. Do you understand me? So I woke up this morning really pissed, angry in my spirit, because me keeping quiet doesn't mean I'm stupid. I'm not scared of witches. I'm not scared of wizards. Do you understand me? If Jude really claims, if Jude really claims, if he claims that, if it was true that I was lying on Jude, let me tell everybody now, if it's true that I was lying on Jude, like now, Jude for don't sue me, go court. But the only reason why he cannot do that is that if he sues me to court, now you have to drop evidence that I'm really owing him. Of which those are the things that he cannot provide. It's good go. Because those evidence will definitely be against him. Do you understand me? My plea this morning is that if you don't want to give me my catalog, I'm not even saying you should give me my catalog. We signed a contract, right? It's 50-50. Maybe you're supposed to be taking 50% of the catalog forever. I don't know for how long. Or maybe I'm supposed to be taking 50% of the revenues from my catalog, whatever it is. I'm not saying you should give me my 100% catalog. If that's what you think that I'm asking for, that's not what I'm asking for. And if you don't want to give me my catalog, please be candid enough to tell people that, I'm evil. You are rather, let me not say to myself, when people ask you that, hi, why are you not giving Cynthia Morgan her catalog? Tell them, you way you are evil. And I just know, Kanye, don't stop telling lies that I owe you money because I don't.
Okay, so with all these things that she's saying, I guess these are part of the reasons why VDM decided to say what he said, because according to him, when he spoke to Jude enges, he felt like things were not adding up also. Okay, but we will get there. I want us to first listen to what made VDM to also, or what I am believing prompted VDM to also come out to talk. So let's continue listening to Cynthia, and then we'll go over and hear what VDM said, and then the response of Cynthia Morgan to VDM after VDM dropped his own video.
You say I owe you money, bring out the accounts that I owe you money. Tell them it's from the evil of your heart that you have decided to hold back my account that doesn't belong to you. Stop telling them things that are not real. Because you are delusional. And nobody has told you. You are delusional. What you're doing is witchcraft. You did it to I don't care about your grandpa, but I'm going to tell you, you've done it to almost every member of your family. I can mention names. No, but almost everybody does not like you in your family. I was just, I would say, I would I was, it was, I walked into it unknowingly. If your own brothers talk about you, you know what they say about you. So please, all I'm pleading for this one is Jude, Mr. Jude, or whatever you call yourself. When people ask you, why are you holding back my 40 and my catalog, tell them that you are an evil man. That is it. And stop trying to fight me, because I'm not only do another business, now let music business now for you. So you now wishing me evil to suffer after taking what belongs to me through lies is unheard of. That is witchcraft. That is not good. That doesn't make any sense.
All of this part that she's saying, she's not presenting any evidence to prove that he's using black magic, voodoo, or anything to manipulate her. She's just saying what she saw in her dream, and dream can be interpreted in different ways, in my opinion. Okay, because sometimes spirits can use any face at all. They can even use a familiar face, which is like a family member, somebody that you really trust, somebody that you will not react, to if you would see in your dream. So just because you're seeing a particular face does not necessarily mean sometimes that is exactly that face you saw that is attacking you. Could be something else. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not your brother. We're not related in any way. I'm not blood related to you. I didn't do any other thing with you apart from music. So why would you want to suffer? Why? I told the young man to schedule a meeting with you, the guy that called me on your behalf. Till now, I haven't had anything about the meeting because you don't want to see me. You don't want to see me because you'd rather be in your own one, be lying and telling lies or whatever it is. So please, with the lies that you're telling on me now, I might have to really fight you. I might have to really take serious steps to actually fight you and get that guy from back. Because I don't tolerate lies. I don't tolerate lies. I was good to you when I was young. I didn't plan for all this things to happen. I guess that's the reason why I was almost more disappointed. And I went to go and change my name. And I regret it. I would have fought you for whatever belonged to me. I'm not scared of you. I cannot be scared of you. For what reason?
Talking about this name situation, it's also kind of weird because I think at the earlier part of this new Madrina name, Cynthia Morgan was giving off the vibe as if she could not use that name Cynthia Morgan because of Jude. But now, fast forward 2025, she's saying people should bring evidence that shows where she had said that Jude took the name Cynthia Morgan from her. That's the reason why she cannot use it, that she never said that. Okay, that she changed her name. But I do feel like Cynthia Morgan, the vibe you were giving then is the fact that you cannot use that name because of the record label that you were signed in, you're signed on. So people just believe that, okay, then it must be their fault that you're not able to use that name. But anyways, it is what it is now. So let's keep listening.
I close my curtain. For what reason? This is obviously I'm gonna tell everybody, if anybody stand on your ground, because the only reason I'm going through all these things I'm going through today because I just said this. I woke up one day, my catalog is gone. I'm like, Alpha. He said, you are owing me money. He said, I'll be to us. Alpha, how am I owing you money? Yeah, then I said, I just vex. I was so disappointed. I won't change my name. So this guy now thinks that after how many years you can just be lying. Bro, don't you get tired of lying on people? Like, if you with me, if I don't call me, tell me, say, why you dey lie for my head now? Like, how dare you? That's what you did. Normal level. If you don't let me know, sit there. Yeah, I know they lie for my head. But bro, you've never called my phone. You've never called my phone. You've never sold me to court for lying on you. So, bro, like, stop the whole capping, bro. Disembark from all this nonsense that you're doing. Doesn't make any sense. You're a grown-ass man. You're 50. How many years to your whatever? You have destroyed everybody's life. Look at, I'm not speaking for anybody. Me, I'm speaking for myself. I'm talking for myself. Yeah? So I'm not here to come and drag this one. I'm not going to look for person where you will fight for me. I'm not going to drag anybody for nobody. Me, I dare here can't make a talk for myself. And you need to disembark from whatever it is that you're doing. You need to. You need to. He didn't take my name, but he took my catalog. That was the catalog that I worked for all my life. And you think I'm good?
This is the first time that I'm actually hearing Cynthia Morgan saying that he didn't take that, Jude enges didn't take her name, so she changed her name by herself. Okay, yeah, that she changed her name by herself. Take note.
Sit back and just watch somebody. I was angry. That was the reason why I changed my name. I said, you know what? You can't take the catalog and take the name. He didn't take. Why would he take my name? That's my name. That's my grandfather's name. Cynthia is my name. Morgan is my grandfather's name. So there's no way he can take my name. I was Cynthia Morgan before I met him.
Please,
He took my catalog. 60% of the catalog that he took, he doesn't know how I created those songs. He never paid for them. So I have an emotional. I have ties to that catalog. So when he took my catalog, I changed my name and said, you know what, this could be a rebirth for me. Let me go my way and let this guy go his way. Because I've heard him. I know Jude though. I don't hear Jude talk about people. I don't hear Jude talk about people. I know how evil his heart is. I didn't tell you, my guy. I mean, know why I leave the catalog for him. See, me, when I get vexed, I don't say I'm not going to do Jude anything now. I don't think do Jude anything. Once it was, like, now what I tell them now, make it go repent. Now the worst when I fit more, right? Do you understand me? It's the worst.
Okay, so from now on, it's just rant, rant, rant. So I will leave that there, and we would go over to the response from VDM. Okay, because this video is what triggered what VDM had to say. So let me see.
Did not understand or do not understand the reason for my recent outburst about Jude.
So this is VDM's video playing now.
Before the comments that I made, someone called me. I don't know if I should mention the person's name, but he called me.
All right, so I am actually the someone that calls Cynthia Morgan. Now, I think today we'll just put an end to this Cynthia Morgan and her former record label boss, Jude matter to rest. For starters, Cynthia Morgan, I very that man, I have your catalog, and I'll give it to you. But me, you have to tender an apology to Jude. The reason why I say if you tender apology, I will post it here. But if you will not tender the apology, me, I will give you the catalog still. Just call me anytime. I have the catalog and I'll give it to you. Now, this is what happened and why I called Cynthia Morgan. I ran into Jude Okoye somewhere and I stood up to go and meet him. I said, Bros, I greet you. He said, I read that man. Are you there now? This one, that one. I said, fine. He said, you are too much. We just laugh. Then I said, bros, this matter with Cynthia Morgan, how we want it settle out now? That girl, they go through a lot. Her royalty, she said she know they get her royalty. She said the deal, we wanna do, say wanna take advantage of her and everything. He just shook his head and he said,
So a couple of people.
Hold on.
why I call Cynthia Morgan. I ran into Jude and Chisokoye somewhere and I stood up to go and meet him.
Take note, this is where I was saying on that video that I did, and I mentioned that it is really not clear because he said he ran into Jude enges somewhere. So it's not as if this was a planned and a scheduled meeting. And Jude said Jude couldn't really talk, but he said he just had few questions for Jude. So I was now shocked at the things that VDM was now posting on his videos. My question is now, did you, VDM, later on schedule a meeting between you and Jude enges and not involving Cynthia Morgan? Meanwhile, you were supposed to be the middleman, the peacemaker. There's a whole lot that I think VDM still needs to explain. Let's keep listening.
Bros, I greet you. He said, I read that man. Are you there now? This one, that one. I said, fine. He said, you are too much. We just laugh. And I said, bros, this matter with Cynthia Morgan, how we want it settle out? That girl, they go through a lot. Her royalty, she said she know they get her royalty. She said the deal, we wanna do, say wanna take advantage of her and everything. He just shook his head and he said, you know what, read that man. I don't have time to talk. I said, bros, we'll talk about that. I said, bros, upon everything, you can't still restrict her from using her name, Cynthia Morgan, when force her to change her name. Therefore, she not really get shown because people don't even know Madrina. You understand? You collect the rights to her name. He just shook his head and he was looking at me. And I said, very that man. Everything you see on that media, Cynthia Morgan have been lying against me. I say, lying again. He said, yes. He said, okay, for starters, let me show you. She said, I collected the name. I said, I mean, that is what we see on the media, that you stopped her from using the name.
Now, this is another thing that doesn't add up. So, how is it that this man had everything available with him if this man VDM just stumbled across Jude Engis? How come Jude Engis had all of this evidence, to prove that Cynthia Morgan was lying with him, even though he had just said earlier that he couldn't talk because, of course, they went somewhere for a different reason and they just met there, greeted each other, and VDM said, "Okay, I have some questions for you," right? So I kind of feel like maybe there was another meeting and VDM did not involve Cynthia Morgan the way he had promised Cynthia that he was going to try to schedule a meeting. Maybe Jude Engis didn't want to see Cynthia or didn't want to give Cynthia that opportunity to be in his presence, and refused. But VDM didn't know how to go back to Cynthia and tell Cynthia that I wasn't able to schedule a meeting between the both of you so we can talk and settle this. But I find it very difficult to believe that all of this evidence that was given to VDM was given to him on that same day that they really couldn't talk.
And he showed me this video.
Let him hear you. 2016, 1st of July, last Sunday of the month of July. And then it's the first day of the journey of my life. As that chosen one. Let him know. It's 2016, baby. Dios! Madrina! Pablo! The female! Let's go back, the female. I said, hey, man. Education meets entertainment 2016. It isn't a joke, I mean, it isn't a play. Let me tell you again. Remember that shit. Remember this shit. Diosa Madrina. Madrina. One. Diosa. And remember this name too.
Now, as you can see in this video was made on the 1st of August 2016 when Cynthia Morgan unveiled a new name by herself. When Jude NG showed me this video, I looked like a fool. I was just looking at him like a fool. Do you understand? I was looking at him like a fool. And I said, very dark man.
But VDM, talking about you're looking at him like a fool, did you bother yourself to ask the question that you were supposed to ask? All of these questions of taking the name and things like that, since you already had in mind, because according to Madrina, aka Cynthia Morgan, that both of you have been communicating, and you knew that you somehow wanted to, if you stumble across, you know, Jude enges, you were going to ask him these questions, okay? Even if you weren't thinking that you were going to plead on her behalf, but you just knew that if you ever stumble across Judenjis anytime in this life, you are going to ask him questions because Madrina is always once in a while coming online and dragging Judenjis. Okay, that's normal. Every Niger person knows that. So all of these questions is what you should have asked Madrina during you people's conversation, so you get a clearer picture. So whenever you stumble across Judenjis, you would have been able to be prepared for you to ask the questions correctly and everything. But anyway, Moku still continue.
This royalty wey Cynthia Morgan dey talk. Hmm? See the royalty wey I don make from Cynthia Morgan songs since when she starts reach today. When he showed me the royalty, it was how much? 3,000 plus. Everything.
Why you dey laugh?
3,800
VDM. No be person sweat be that. See me see wahala o. So if the whole money is 3,814, abi 14 US dollars, no be money be that. See wahala, see o. Ah ah. Because some people they make 10 million, 10 billion and the rest. And this one are the one where Cynthia make, now the one where Cynthia make. So why you and Juden just they make the thing look like say nah just small thing. Now what on now?
$60. Everything he has made from Cynthia Morgan's song so far. I was looking at him like, is this a joke? There. I now called a record label owner in the north, a very big record label owner. And I sent it to him. I said, bros, is it possible that this is what Cynthia Morgan made? He said, when Cynthia Morgan then start, streaming never really be big thing. Now during the time of all this diarrhea, now streaming can be big thing. So it is very, very, very possible. Now, coupled with what Burna Boy said recently, when he list out the
Let me pause
amounts.
here first. Look, it doesn't matter if it's 1 cent, $1 that is being made. They should split it, okay, between the record label and the artist. Judengis should have kept what he needed to keep and given Cynthia Morgan what Cynthia Morgan deserved, okay? Whatever they signed in that their contract that they had, he should have kept his own end, no matter what Cynthia Morgan was doing, running her mouth or bashing him, or according to him, she was lying on him and things like that. He should have still held his own part and said, this is what you have made, 3,000, yeah. We're splitting 50-50, 60-40, whichever way, 70-30. I don't know how they're going to split, but whatever she needs to get, let her get it. So she will not be able to come out online and say you're holding things back, because now you'll be showing receipts of you giving royalty and everything else. Let's continue.
Of Spotify, say 1 million views, 1 million plays for Nigeria is $300 in Nigeria. Then you can break them down. 1 million views for abroad.
Hello,
3,000 plus abroad.
Doris Kent,
Do you understand?
welcome.
When you broke it down, and I said, oh, okay. So it makes sense to me. And I said, well, bros, they say since your mother don't make like 300,000, 400,000 on a day. He said, how? He said, very dark man, take this and give it to the best producer in the country. Let them audit. If there's
Yes,
anything
it's
missing,
VDM that is
post
talking.
me and call me.
Yes, it's VDM that is talking.
I said, they look just like me, that day. Now, and I said, okay, you people take advantage of her in the deal. Honestly, I was looking for a 3 to hold on to because I don't sleep like me. As I dey talk, they give me evidence. Now, and I talk about the recording deal that is signed with Cynthia Morgan. That was when I finally looked like the complete fool. And I said, very that man, I didn't write the agreement between myself and Cynthia Morgan. It was Cynthia Morgan and her manager that wrote the whole agreement and brought it to me inside my bedroom. Where I
This is another reason why I said if VDM knew, if VDM said thank you, and Daily Entertainment. Okay, thank you, Doris. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. You know, If VDM knew that he wanted to make peace between these two people, are these not questions that VDM should have asked Cynthia Morgan? So when he gets to this man. Maybe Cynthia, when they were talking about it, Cynthia Morgan would have also given him evidence. So him standing in front of Jude enges, he would have had his own evidence also to counter whatever this man was presenting to him, or compare. Let me not say counter, let me say compare. So he can verify between the two of them who is being shady, between Cynthia Morgan and Jude enges. But now you're standing in front of Jude enges and you're making comments like, oh, I was not feeling foolish. I was not feeling this. I was not feeling that. When you're making statements like that, you're already kind of, insinuating that the other person is actually lying, even though you've not seen all the evidence from that person's side.
Side. I only try to make it official by printing not side entertainment record on it so that the paper will look official. Now, Cynthia Morgan was my first artist.
This is still his word, Judenji's word against Cynthia Morgan's word. Judenjis is the one now telling you, because you did not ask Cynthia Morgan. Jude is now telling you that it's Cynthia and her manager that drafted the contract. If you had spoken to Cynthia Morgan, or you had brought Cynthia Morgan to that meeting, both of them will now present, everybody will put their evidence for table, then on a go trash am. Now, so then they say they settle matter. You they go talk to one person for one side, they talk to the other person for the other side, talk to this one for this side. No be so then they do am. Once, if you call yourself peacemaker, try to bring the people together. See how you go settle. As far as they ginger say they want boss person head or something. You understand?
I said, what on Mehdi? He said, we not sign Mehdi. He said, we invested in Mehdi without signing Mehdi. And Mehdi's catalog, everything is with him. That's why sometimes when they drag him, I just don't know why they're dragging him. And at the end of the day,
Okay, so now look at this statement now, for instance. Remember that Cynthia Morgan and Mehdi also had, they both bought head together, where Mehdi had made a statement and it didn't sit well with Cynthia. And Cynthia came out and called him out and said, why would you make such statement? It's silly, it's stupid, it's this, it's that. When did I ever tell you my story for you to compare my story and yours? But Mehdi is also, kind of insinuating that these people didn't, the P Square and their brother Judenjis didn't treat him very well. But now the same Judenjis is saying they invested in him, but they did not sign him. Okay, so it's almost like we did him a favor, and he still had his catalog and everything. Yes, Mehdi confirmed that he has his catalog and everything, and also confirmed that he didn't sign anything with the P Squares. Neither did he sign anything with their brother. Okay, but if you go and ask Mehdi, would Mehdi be able to say, "Oh yes, they invested in me"? And do you understand? So you see, like, let's go.
I should ask them, and what did he do? Now, when I say let's go back to the contract, so he said, I didn't sign Mehdi. Cynthia Morgan is the first. I didn't even know anything about signing because now me and this square starts. So now this square dealings I know. But when they said, okay, sign Cynthia Morgan, and they even came to meeting abroad. Do you understand? And they were disturbing him finally before he decided that they wrote everything, a 360 deal and everything. So I will put the evidence she showed me online, right? As you can see, this is their signature, and everything was signed in 2013. Now let's go up to the team. As you can see, Northside Entertainment Limited, Northside. Northside Music Inc. Artist Recording / Management Contract. The agreement is for the service of music and or entertainment described below between Northside Music Inc. and Cynthia Morgan. Now let's quickly go down. As you can see, artists perform under the name Cynthia Morgan. But let's read the number one of their recording agreement. As it states, production company agrees to produce 3 master recordings consisting of songs written and performed by artists, thereafter referred to as the songs. The resulting recording, thereafter referred to as the recording, shall include music of not less than 40 minutes in playing duration and 10 records or more recording. This means that Cynthia Morgan is going to make one album for the record. As you can see, it says 40 minutes playing time. 40 minutes playing time means if they play the album, the whole song will consist of 40 minutes or more. That means she needs to do 3 3-minute song So if you calculate 40 divided by 3 is about 13. So she's supposed to drop like 13 or 14 songs in an album. He said, but very that point, do you know that Cynthia Morgan did not drop an album? I said, but Cynthia Morgan have a lot of.
Now, this is another question that if VDM had spoken to Cynthia Morgan, he would have known what to say. Do you understand? Now, Jude enges, which is what anybody should have expected. When VDM decided in his head that I'm going to try to see if I can sort this out or if I can get the catalog for Cynthia Morgan. So this her nagging online and everything can end. She can go ahead and do her thing because we know that VDM loves to help people. Okay, when he feels like somebody is being oppressed, we know that that's one thing VDM don't like. But VDM, and I, like I said when I was talking about the other video where a lot of people were dragging me here on my page, and I will repeat again, there are certain cases that VDM cannot handle, but there are certain cases that he is good at, which will bring me to the next video I will do about VDM, which is a video he just dropped, I think, today. And I said it on that video. I said, you people have started dragging me, so now you've made me to now focus more. You understand? If you check my channel, you will see I talk about Cora and Justin a lot too. Okay, so I see that people are beginning to say. So I'm like, okay, I will now start reacting to VDM's videos even more. Okay, because the videos where I was praising VDM, people did not come to say anything. The one that I said he shouldn't, and the case is not a case, Mobad's case that he can handle. That was it. Now, when he has to, if a case has to do with gra gra, what we call gra gra in Nigeria, that is a perfect case for VDM because VDM need agree. VDM not agree for anybody at all. So if it is say you want bring gra gra, VDM go bring gra gra, and both of them go match on a gra gra. But if na case where you need to handle in a different way, that's not a case that VDM can handle. Hence, I said Mobad's case is too complicated and too big for VDM. But anyways, let's proceed. So you see that certain questions that VDM was supposed to have asked Cynthia before he met up with Jude Enges, so he will be fully prepared. As Jude Enges is explaining, you too, you they drop your own. As Jude Enges, they give you evidence, you too, you they drop evidence with Cynthia Morgan. That is, if Jude Enges does not want to meet up with Cynthia Morgan. But if he's ready and willing to sit on the same table, then Cynthia will bring her evidence, Jude will bring the evidence, and you will be the peacemaker and let them also bring someone each. Cynthia brings somebody to stand for you, Jude brings somebody to stand with you, plus VDM, and all of you will table everything and we'll see who's the liar, who's the manipulator, who is taking advantage of the other person, and otherwise. And everything will be sorted out. Okay? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. If you just come in, you're welcome. Please like the live stream. Thank you so very much. Give us a thumbs up and drop your comments. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Songs. He said, yes, but she didn't do an album. And she'll bring out her album. I carried my phone and checked. I don't see album. I said, but there are a lot of songs that can make an album. He said, do you know how this song came about? I said, how? He said, anytime he said, Cynthia, oh yeah, oh, let's do an album. Cynthia will say, that's daddy, because he said, Cynthia calls her daddy. That daddy, oh, I have one hit song that she just dropped that singles now. He said, what of the album? She'll say, on my birthday, I will release an album. I said, okay. So what now happened? And I said, Ross, do you know that she kept on releasing singles? She released about, he said, 19 singles, I mean 18 singles. And they shot like 9 videos. But there was no album. Because he was also naive.
You're very correct, Doris. Very correct.
And of course, he was with P Square. And P Square is a bigger artist. So they used Cynthia Morgan. But he wanted to go into that. Now, I felt somehow. You know why? Because number one,
Let's happen. Why is VDM's video? Why is it this thing? Why the video they freeze? What happened to his video? I think something is going on with VDM's video. It just kind of froze there. Okay, so let me see the comment. Okay, so Doris Kent said, ideally, it is even better if both parties are present together. As an intermediary, you can only get to the real truth and resolve things fairly when they are face to face. Absolutely, absolutely. Doris also said, when you hear from each person separately, they often tell the story in a way that favors themselves. Absolutely, you're right. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Yes, I totally understand what you're trying to say, and that's true. And that brings me to the other video that I don't know. VDM's video just froze here and stop playing. So what I'll do is I'll just go out from here. But anyway, we've heard what VDM has to say. So I will go. Let me go over to go. Okay, let me just go from VDM's page to Madrina's page. That's Cynthia Morgan's page, and then let's get the response. Let's get the response. Okay, what's going on? Why? Wait. Okay, I'm trying. Let me see. Which one is the video that she responded back to? Let me find the video that she responded to video. Madrina didn't title her own videos, so now I have to play it. So
So Jude take call me for 2016.
okay, so this is not the one. So it will be her last live stream. I want to believe that's the one she's responding to video. Okay, so this is Cynthia Morgan. Yes, the one she's wearing face cap. Yeah. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Please like the live stream. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you so very much. God bless you as you do so. Okay, so Cynthia is preparing herself. Okay, she's arranging her hair, putting her cap very well, and things like that, getting ready to speak.
Now, well done.
I hope you people can hear me. You can hear Cynthia, sorry.
So, I saw the video that Offset made, and I want to respond to that. I intentionally did not mention his name because I didn't want to judge him. I wanted him to be the one to judge himself. And he obviously has done that. So the only reason why I'm not calling him on the phone to tell him that, hey, you fuck up, because he wasn't
Hold on, give me a second.
decent enough, right? Going right now.
Right. Dory said, is it a live video? Because I'm not seeing any video. You mean on this particular live stream? I'm not showing their content. I don't like showing other people's content. I prefer to properly react to their content because some people don't want you to really use their content that way. And both of them are content creators. You know, VDM is a content creator. Cynthia Morgan is also a content creator. So when you're using content of content creators, you have to be extremely careful. So I just play it and I use the audio. So I'm using the audio. If you're asking why you're not seeing it here, okay, so that's why you're not seeing the video. So I'm using their audio and I'm reacting properly according to the rules and regulations of YouTube. So if anything, they decide to flag and post this their exact video, mine will not match with theirs. So I will be safe. Okay. So that's why.
I intentionally did not mention his name because I didn't want to judge him. I wanted him to be the one to judge himself.
This statement here shows that Cynthia Morgan at some point really thought VDM would be able to do something for her or gave VDM the benefit of doubt. But maybe something happened which she would explain, and that made her to believe that VDM was actually taking sides, hence statements like this.
Obviously, I've done that. So the only reason why I'm not calling him on the phone to tell him that, hey,
Cynthia is on Instagram. The video is on Instagram.
it wasn't decent
Her name on Instagram is Madrina. Truly Madrina. I'll
So
write it.
let me run you guys through how me and this young man started talking. A couple of months ago, he posted on the social media talking about Mr. Chinwo, about what Mr. Chinwo, the problem that was going on with him, with her and her neighbor. And then he mentioned my name. That Mr. Chinwo should go and beg a record label, or else she will end up like some artists that had issues with their label. And then he mentioned my name. And then I came out to respond to it. I don't know him. I don't know him from anywhere in here. So, but I responded to him and I told him, what you're doing right now is emotional blackmail. I don't know if you know the story, or I don't know if you know what really transpired with the other artist name that you mentioned. But with me, you have no idea. That was my response to him. He didn't respond. Everybody went their separate way. And then I think like a couple of months later, I saw a message. He sent me a DM on this thing on my Instagram account. He said he would like to speak to me. At first, I was, if you know me right now, I'm not even going to lie. Maybe, obviously, I'm not very receptive to friendship. I'm not going to lie. And especially with somebody like VDM, when we say, over time, I don't observe the guy say, in they talk without facts. If you want to settle matter,
Let's pause here. Cynthia Morgan, if you've been observing somebody like VDM and you already had an impression about VDM, why did you even let your guards down when VDM now later approached you? Because you said you've watched him and he looks like somebody that talks without facts. Like, you go all jump inside him, begin to talk when you not get facts. Why you can't let your guards down? Can't even agree, say, make VDM schedule like, if I'm thinking of people that would actually, put themselves there to say, okay, let me approach Jude enges and see if I can sort this out, it would be other music executives like the Don Jazzies, the Polo, that's Yabo Joe's man, and people like that to get involved and say, okay, let's try and see if we can sort this thing and just get Cynthia Morgan to leave you alone and things like that. Not VDM. Cause VDM not know much about the music industry and you no go know how you go take go about the matter. But you don't already get impression say VDM na person dey talk anyhow, you na dey yarn anyhow. You can't still go let your guard down. They say make a schedule meeting. Waiting you can't expect before. You already don't get impression say na so it take be. Omo, now you fuck up. Oh.
between two people, or if you want to enter any matter between two people, you go make sure say you sit down. Even if you not sit down, not saying you sit down with anybody, but make sure say you get accurate information of what transpired between those two people
Absolutely.
before you go,
You know,
give your own opinion
na so.
on the matter.
Na true talk.
So
Cynthia.
after it took me about 24 hours to send him my number. I wasn't sure if I wanted to speak to him. So, but I said, I can post the message ahead on this place maybe after this live. So he said, I said, is everything okay? I said, are you okay? At first, because I'm like, what's going on? Why are you reaching out to me? Because you've never reached out to me before. I said, is everything okay? He said, yeah, everything is okay. Like, I would like to speak with you. And then I gave him my number. And then he called me, or rather, I called him because he tried to call me on WhatsApp back and forth, and then I called him. And then he said, hi, whatever, like, I had a conversation with somebody, or let me even put the name out here, with Peter Okoye.
Ha, now
And
wow.
then he told me some things. And
But this video himself, it be like say you sabi talk oh. I don't understand. So wait, you go talk with Peter, one of the twin brothers. You can't come meet Madrina. You can't dey tell now what to you? You can't come they tell her I talk with this person. Oh no, so now wow.
I really surprised. I don't know say na so the matter thing happen. That make me call you say make I apologize to you because I know hear from you before I judge you. I said okay.
12 now, I don't
I
understand.
said thank you very much.
Wallahi, I don't understand how VDM and Madrina decided that they were going to go ahead with this when they already judged each other. They already have lots of reservation about each other. They should have just left it alone. Like after the apologies, everybody should have just gone their separate ways. Seriously, frankly speaking.
For calling to apologize because well not be everybody then go make mistake apologize. Even though say now outside now public now you can talk against me because normally you're not supposed to come apologize to me in private when you don't talk to me for public. But I still didn't care. He said when he apologized, I said thanks. I didn't really go further to ask him that what did Peter say to you? Blah blah blah. I don't really ask him questions. But mainly when he just apologized, I said okay, no problem. So afterwards, we started talking. Like not every time. Like he would call me. Sometimes I would call him. That was how we were just talking. Hello, how you doing? And that was it. Until 4 days ago, or 5 days ago, when he called me, he called me. Okay, I hear saying you did from Lagos. I can't call him. Say, how far? I hear saying you did Lagos. So he said, I say just enter Lagos, blah, 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 and all of those. So that's okay, no problem. He said, I will try to see you before I go back Abuja. Now say, okay, no problem. Then all of a sudden he called me. I just say, you want to tell me, say, how far I did your area or I did island or I want to see you, all of those things. Then the next thing he said, hi. I said, hi. I said, hey, he's like, I bumped into Jude. I said, okay. I accused him that he took your name, he took your catalog, da 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 da. But look at what he said. He said he didn't take your name, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. That you're lying against him. And the first thing I asked him, I said, because the way he sounded, he called me to accuse me. He didn't call me to ask me questions. Say, my friend, see what I hear.
He be your friend?
Ask him, he accused me.
Cynthia, since when you and VDM become friends? Where two of them get reservation about each other. Since when two of them come become friends? Now you go let your guards down. No more carry waiting you see in peace. I no fish out. Sure, my friend. No, we friend for where? Since when VDM begin to do friend with people? Now what on now? Some of that self, eh?
Okay. So the first thing I asked, I said, are you taking sides? He said, no, I'm not taking sides. I said, okay, if you're not taking sides, then let me tell you what I think is going on. And then I told him, I said, there was never a time, quote me wrong, that I said Judokoye took my name. I said, if you said I said it, then provide a video or an evidence, a written evidence or a video where I said Judokoye took my name. He now said, okay. And then I said, that was people. It wasn't me. I never said Jude took my name. He took my catalog. And then he said, okay. He said, but then he said every other thing. You lied on him. You came to his house. You were threatening him. You came to his house. You were knocking on the gate. Blah, 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 and all of those things. I just keep quiet. I don't talk. Because person when they owe you money, now your gate are supposed to come knock. Not being gate are supposed go knock. Go ask and say, guy, give me that money. So which bad I do say I go in gate, go knock, say, give me that money. But he just come and like when you said all those things, I didn't respond to him. And then I said, I said, so after what you went over, what you want now, and actually, tell me to give you back your card or whatever it is. I said, no. And then I said, and like I said, said this thing. He said, the guy said, the only way he will pick you your catalog, now say if you apologize to him. I'm not going to say, bro, I know the whole Jude apology. You understand me? So if not that one, I know if you apologize to Jude. You understand? Let's okay, so if I don't go apologize, say yes. Say let me forget about the matter. I say no problem, forget about the matter. Then I say I wish you all the best. They carry the cat though. They go. That was a conversation that we had. Then it was that night that I had that dream where I said, where Jude was telling me whatever he was saying. The next when I woke up, I called him. If you can watch all my videos. Me, I'm not the person who say I don't have any reason to be lying on anybody. That's not my nature. Do you understand? So I caught when I woke up, I was angry. I came on Instagram and I told everybody, like, bro, you don't fight me rich now, guy. You carry catalog, you lie for my head. Not get what you not talk. There's nothing Jude hasn't said about me. What he has said about me, even on the media, is small. Is small compared to what he tells individuals when he meets them. And he's been doing this since 2016. So I came on here and I told everybody that this is what is happening, blah blah blah. But I didn't mention names. I said somebody called me. I didn't mention a name because I didn't want a situation whereby I don't want to claim anybody. I want to make VDM make him stand on his word. And I knew he was going to make a video. I was waiting for him to make a video. I wanted him to stand his ground on whose side he was.
My honest opinion, and please drop yours in the comment section. I don't think VDM should have gotten himself involved in this Cynthia Morgan. Oshi, go and keep it, please.
Let me see if he's an intelligent person. And he has proved himself today.
Like I was saying, VDM shouldn't have, gotten involved in this case. My honest opinion, because it seemed like him and Cynthia, they already had their kind of, Cynthia was looking at him somehow. He was already looking at Cynthia somehow. There's no way this would have worked out without putting everybody on the same table. VDM should have just left this.
You understand? So when I was done making that video and I posted it here online, I called VDM again that morning. He didn't pick up. When he saw what I posted, I don't know whether the video now I don't post. They want to write something I said post before the video. He not pick up when I call him in the morning. Say I want to tell him, see what they happen. When he now saw the post on the Ikeji, VDM now sent it to me and say, Alpha, I see your post, but should you tell me yesterday, say you know they're interested in the catalog again. I tell them, say yes. I told you I wasn't interested in the catalog, but look at what I saw at night when we were done talking. And then he said, really? I said, yes. He said, okay, no problem. And I thought that was when I told him, I said, bro, I've been going through this for a while. This is not the first time. I've been through this. I've been going through this for a while with Jude. I said, you know what you're going to do for me? I want to see Jude face to face. They cannot be saying, nah, they've said, you understand me? I want to see him face to face. Make we talk. He said, okay. He said, if that's what you want me to do, I will do it. I said, okay. I said, I'll be expecting your call. I said, I'm going to call him and then I'll get back to you. I waited for VDM for about a couple of hours. He didn't call me. I called him. Do you understand me? When I called him, he picked up. I said, Alpha, have you spoken to Jude? He said, yes. I've spoken to Jude. I was going to call you, but I'm busy. I said, so Alpha, what's the way forward? He said, Jude don't agree to meeting. I said, okay, cool. I said, when? He said, it's up to me. And I tell him, I said, bro, I'm ready today. I'm not going to push it to another day. I said, I'm ready for us to meet today. And then he said, okay. He said, he's going to get back to me. I waited for VDM. This conversation we had in the afternoon, I waited for VDM maybe to 7 p.m. in the evening because I don't really go out at night anymore. I'm not an artist. It was when I was an artist that I used to.
I also feel like VDM sometimes uses gra gra to say certain things that he's not supposed to say. Let not be that VDM had already gone to brag to Cynthia Morgan. I go arrange this meeting. I go arrange this meeting. No worry yourself. I go arrange. We go talk. We go finalize this thing. When he has not even spoken to Jude Enges to find out if Jude Enges really wants to sit down with Cynthia Morgan, meet or see or whatever. So if VDM don't go carry gra, go boast now, go brag for where Cynthia Morgan, they say no worry because he spoke to Peter or B Paul, which one he spoke to, and then the next thing he's not. I go arrange him, I go fix this thing because he's already relying on that one of the, like somehow I'm going to get to speak. I'm going to get Jude to sit on a table and we're gonna have this dialogue because I don't understand how you said you were going to schedule a meeting and that meeting not happen. The next thing, when they see you online, they thought say your catalog in my hand. Like things are not adding up. Welcome if you're just joining. Please drop your thoughts in the comment section. I will be pinning the comments as you drop them.
Be like because they do shows for night. Once 7 p.m. done, I'm not getting any business for us at the moment. So I call him around like evening. The guy no pick.
Why?
I won't
Because it's
tell
not ready.
my friend. Say, if I see what in the afternoon, she said, okay, no problem. We wait for her. Maybe they're busy and all of those things. I said, okay. The next day, I waited for him from morning to evening. VDM now called me at about 6:23 in the evening. I mean, he knows. Even I told him from the beginning when VDM started calling when I gave him my number, I told him I don't take calls at night. If you call me anything past 9 p.m., I'm not going to pick your calls. He knows that he has called me a couple of times at night and I don't take your calls. Do you understand? So when he called me at about 6 in the evening, I'm like, yo, if you're trying to schedule a meeting for today, then that's not possible. I didn't take my calls. So when I
But Cynthia, your own said dey your body. You don't dey fight all these years. Catalog. Now you dey talk of my principal, my this, my that. I know I don't dey go out after 6 o'clock, after this one, after that one. If dem say come out, make we talk, make we arrange matter. And na one day wey you go say, okay, I no dey like comot for night sha o, but this meeting don enter like this, make I go. And if una fit sorted everything out and you get your catalog, get your royalties and everything, you know better. You go take that meeting go take one day to hold that meeting. If you come out positively, good for you. If you no come out positively, na that time if you come to say, oh mommy, I know the next time if they call you say for night we two go dey waka this vampire waka. But I no understand this way they say then they call you around 6 p.m. You say you know they come out because your love be say you know be artist again. So one thing now be say you two you no serious to collect your catalog. That's just it. You're not serious to get your catalog because if you're serious to get your catalog, if they're scheduling a meeting, people are busy. Okay, so everybody will not be able to meet up at certain time. And you now you're not too they busy based on the industry wanting. Jude get case with his brother for there and other matter we go they play where people not know. So if now from 6 p.m. about almost if they call you by 6 p.m. so almost just say from 7 p.m. now when they won't schedule that meeting. Carry yourself, wear your clothes, enter road, they go on and go home meeting. As far as in a public place where people go see, nobody no go kidnap you now. If they kidnap you, then go VDM now.
only when I saw it, it was melted. I put it in the fridge and now I will eat.
That's
Come the next morning because I was already over me. I'm someone that if I'm angry, I like to handle it at that point in time. I know they like carry. If I sleep, I know the witch when they put something for medicine the next day. If I dey vex for you today, if I don't sleep, if you don't come, if you come up for my neck, except say maybe now on a very special note, then be say I go hold on for men for years. So now the guy he called me and I said, look, the next day, I said, if I don't call this guy back now, say maybe I dey run from the meeting. So I called him back the next morning. He said, Alpha, yeah. I called him back. When I called him back, he didn't pick. He now called me back. Alpha, I'm like, yeah, what's up? He said, I called you yesterday. I said, yes. I said, what did I even tell them? I said, yeah, it was evening and it was raining, so I didn't take your calls or whatever. He was like, okay. He said I was on the island. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? I said, well, I called you the other day and I was expecting you to schedule the meeting and whatever it is, but I didn't hear from you. He was like, yeah, he was busy, that he was going to try to, reschedule another meeting for the whole thing, for me and you to meet each other and have a conversation. And then I said, okay. I waited for some hours.
put it on the side.
I called him again. Alpha, you don't call him. He said, no, say never
Put it
call
on
him.
the
Say
side.
I said, okay, no one. I waited for a lot for some hour. I sent them a message. I said, I beg, let me know if this meeting will hold. Because not be today, me and Jude don't try. I don't try. I see Jude. You understand? So I don't know whether I don't know how Jude want your hair. I don't look down on people yet. So I didn't say, okay, maybe you can't make it happen or whatever. But if you say you can make it happen, let me know on time. Do you understand me? Let me know on time before so that I can do this and get over it. Because my life doesn't.
Like seriously, another Doris can tell me you'd have just let your ego down now. I understand that, yeah, you're talking about Cynthia Morgan. I agree with you. Like, I don't understand how you can be online screaming all these years that you want your catalog, you need your catalog, you need your catalog. Somebody came out from somewhere struggling to get this thing to work for you, so you get your catalog, and you're talking about 6 p.m., 7 p.m., you will not go out to get your own catalog, something that you value so much that you've been hustling for over these years, and nobody has actually put themselves out to say, let me help you get it. This person is saying, I'm going to try to get a meeting. Let's see if we can get you your catalog and your royalties. You they talk about, I set this band, they are not sent. Now what to you? Now just one day to go out. They not say me they go out for the next 1 week or 1 month or the next 6 months. They say one day. Just carry yourself, waka go meeting, hold meeting, and pray say make it come out positive. Because if it come out positively, now you and Jude won't go talk tomorrow. Nothing I get when I want discuss. Even if I waka jam for somebody, oh waka pass. Those ones who they overdo, they go even he said waka pass the person. Do you understand? But for that one day, take the call, go ahead, meet up, discuss your catalog, and that's it. But Cynthia, na lie yo. Cynthia own day her body too. Jude Engie own day in body. Cynthia own day in body. Wallahi.
Revolve around this anymore. I don't want my life to revolve around this anymore.
Now you they procrastinate now.
It was when he didn't respond. It took like 2 days later. That was when I came online yesterday to now talk about how somebody called me, blah blah blah, everything that happened. And then today, I'm glad that you could now make a video and your position is obvious. Do you understand me? Your position is obvious. Because as Jude told you all the things that he still told you, you had the privilege to still see me or even call me and say, this is what I heard. This is what do you have to say about this? What do you have to say about this? But no, you came online to tell everybody that he didn't collect my name. He only made $3,000 from my catalog. A host of things that you said in your life. And you are telling me to come and meet you to collect my catalog from you. Very funny. Very funny, my dear. As you didn't have enough decency to call me and tell me, so you came online to tell everybody that before you called me, you already had my catalog.
But Cynthia, why the matter they shock you now? You know say VDM get pride. I don't fair talk this thing before people begin they attack me. And then they call VDM can't talk am by itself. VDM say if I not get ego, like VDM get pride. No be saying anything and he know. So and you too, everybody for Nigeria where they watch VDM know say VDM get pride. VDM himself know. VDM with your own mouth they tell they talk am. So if you allow VDM to shook hand or shook mouth for your matter, no say you go get calm down to follow VDM for VDM way. If you know say you no like and then just tell am for the beginning when they stand and say, Oga, thank you, my bros, thank you very much, my friend, thank you very much. Or whichever way you want to address VDM. But I beg, no put your mouth for my matter. But see, I totally understand though. I totally get it. I get what Cynthia Morgan, why Cynthia Morgan is upset. But am I here, Entertainment Daily, am I shocked? Am I surprised at the move that VDM made? No, I'm not. This is VDM that we know. This is the VDM we know. So I don't know why Cynthia Morgan is even surprised that instead of VDM to have informed her that he had the catalog, he came online and made it, announced it, spoke about it. That's VDM. So if you ask me, in my own opinion, Cynthia carry on for body, Jude enges carry on for body, VDM carry on for body. So the best thing right now is truly Cynthia Morgan's catalog. Jude enges has finally released the catalog and it's with VDM. Swallow your pride, Omo. Go collect your catalog from VDM. Just call up VDM. In fact, not even this, at this point right now, both of you made a public video that is on both of you's channel. Yeah, it's on both of you's channel. So what I would advise that the both of you do right now is you, Cynthia, make another video telling VDM that okay, that he has said that the catalog is with him. Let him prove to you that he really has the catalog, and let him tell you publicly. No need to call you privately. Let him do another video telling you what are the things he needs for you to get your catalog, and he will state it out. And you look, if they say tell Jude Engie sorry no dey kpai person, Cynthia, even if na him wrong, just say that thing, collect your catalog, waka dey go. Do you understand? Karma go catch up with who karma go catch up with. Oh, you see this life, sometimes, there's this saying wey dey talk for Naija, say sometimes you go act like say na you be the mumu until you get wetin you want. You go just be like mumu, you go dey act like obu just till you collect wetin you wan collect. Some people go even act like who dey mad sef, make dem just reach take carry wetin dem wan carry, and that's it. Okay?
You already have my kind of, you just wanted to hear what I had to say. You wanted to stress me. They're telling me to apologize to my oppressor. And you still came, you still had the infantry to come online, to come and say it again, that I should apologize to my oppressor. The last thing where anybody will use for this life, not let, well, I don't have anything to tell you. Now you know where you and Jude for see each other. And now you know the kind of relationship where you and Jude get. But one thing I'll tell you, bro, don't use me for content. You get me? Don't use me for content. Don't try it.
Okay, so that's Cynthia Morgan. Thank you. Thank you. So that's that's it from Cynthia Morgan, and let's take a comment. And it's been an hour now. Off we go. More videos will be dropping, so if you're watching this, subscribe, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss whenever we drop a video. Whenever we're also live, you can jump uh uh on the live stream with us. If you want to be up here with me to talk, let me know. I can drop links and stuff like that. Thank you, Doris Kent, for joining. Doris Kent said, truth be said, everybody is busy and everybody is not the same. You would have been ready to settle the problem amicably. Absolutely. I think at this point, all she needs to do is get her catalog, swallow the pride or whatever, go get the catalog from VDM if he does have the catalog, just as he mentioned, because he said apologize, but even if you don't, I will still give it to you. So don't use anger and say, well, because you came online and did video, did that. You already said he jumps to conclusion that he talks without proof and this and that. So why you shock you say your own matter in talk without proof or in display the way in display? You already had that impression about him. So you just said to yourself, I was spot on, okay? I wasn't mistaken about VDM. Okay, but go get your stuff. And the fact that he was able to get it for you, that's something that a lot of people that are or were in the position to get it for you didn't do. And this is a total stranger. I don't think you're related to, maybe both of you are from the same state. I don't know I don't know exactly where Cynthia Morgan is from. I don't know if Cynthia Morgan is Edo State or Delta State or so. Okay, but I see that she really says VDM's name very well. So I want to believe that she's either someone around them. Okay, I want to believe so. So just go get your catalog and say thank you to VDM. Forget about what he did wrong or what he didn't do wrong. The most important thing that Cynthia Morgan should focus on right now, and this is my own opinion, please drop yours in the comment section. If you're watching the replay also, drop your thoughts. I always read all the comments in my live streams and my videos. I come back a day, 2, 3 days, 1 week after. Whenever you drop a comment, YouTube will notify me that somebody, I go and read the comments. If I have to say something, I say. If I have to react to your video, to your comment, I can still take your comment and create a video and drop it on the channel. So we're very engaging here in Entertainment Daily, and you won't have one boring moment, okay? Because today you might be agreeing with me, tomorrow you are disagreeing, and we're always agreeing and disagreeing to agree on this channel because we're giving our honest opinion about every topic that we choose to discuss. Okay. Let me see. Doris Kent said something else. Let's also get that. Okay, so when dealing with sensitive issues between two people, he should have been more neutral and approached it like a true mediator. VDM is not mediator, okay? At that time. VDM is not that kind of mediator. I don't understand what people are. VDM is a gra mediator. Do you understand? VDM is a woto kind of mediator. VDM is not a mediator for every case, but I see that VDM is now biting more than he can chew, and I understand. Imagine they were even screaming VDM for presidency. VDM, they don't give VDM the kind morale where even VDM self, I believe sometimes in a quiet moment in the tire for himself, he go to ask himself, who send me work? Do you understand? VDM is trying his best not to fail anyone, and he's carrying too much on his plate. If you watch, okay, too much. But when you look at VDM very well, the way he started and everything, those cases he started with are the things that he's really passionate about. VDM being in the front line, VDM calling people out, and those are the kind of things VDM is good at, because they won't think twice. Waiting in one talking, go talk am the way one talk am. You know, like that one concern you. Those are the kind of cases that VDM can handle perfectly, in my opinion. But when it comes to cases where you have to just apply diplomacy, you have to be critical about it. You are no be VDM line be that. And when I talk and people they come, they drag me. So I know they understand something sometimes. I know they understand them. Okay. No be everything everybody they good at. Wallahi, no be everything everybody dey good at. Some people dey good at one thing, other people dey good at another thing. Na im make doctors dey their day, engineers dey their day, lawyers dey their day. No be lawyer dey do engineer work, no be engineer dey do doctor work. Do you understand? So that's the point I'm trying to make. Advocate. What is it called? Uh, Public figure that fights for people, or what do they call them again? I don't even forget my name. Don't escape my mind. By the way, activist, yeah, activist. Now different activists there. Okay, look at VDM, look at this other popular guy that makes jokes a lot, Harrison Waminishu, Shawore, and the other ones we have. They all handle things differently. And look at the reform guy also. Why do I keep forgetting this guy's name? This guy that is doing this reform thing in Nigeria, I keep forgetting his name because I think I just started picking on his content. I don't think I've even reacted on his content yet. Haba. And that guy is smart. That guy gets sense. I don't know when that they talk about. I know they remember his name. But I know that you people know the person I'm talking about. The person that was on the podcast with Daddy Freeze them recently, that is always talking about reform. That one, that young guy. So different people will handle different things differently. If you look at how that guy handles things and how VDM is almost always in the field and things like that. But when it comes to critical thinking, this other reform guy looks like somebody that can actually critically think about things, dissect things more than the way VDM. Oh, now Moku do like Mo Shapali. Do you understand? Moku tackle am. Take a look at the case that he's just handling now, which will be the next one where we're going to discuss in a video, where he went for someone bullying someone, and now he's calling on NAFDAC to go and check on somebody and arrest somebody and things like that. So that's just it. Okay, so between two people, and he should be more neutral and approach it like a neutral mediator, calm, diplomatic, and fair. Absolutely, Doris Kent, you nailed it. That's it. That's it. And I don't see VDM as someone that has patience for that. He doesn't. VDM does not have patience to apply diplomacy in anything he's doing. His own is, let's just jump into this matter, deal with it. There's a what daily entertainment? Okay. said wasn't wrong. That's just the truth. What has happened has already happened. So everyone should let go of ego and move on. Absolutely. Absolutely. And mostly Cynthia Morgan that needs the catalog. Because at the end of the day, it's not VDM that needs catalog. Oh. So whether you collect your catalog, you don't collect catalog, VDM, no saying don't do it on. Do you understand? So let her just go and get her catalog from VDM. So about Cynthia Morgan, if it's still possible, you can go ahead and collect your catalog from VDM and let the matter rest. Absolutely. And in the process, no matter how you feel, if VDM has that stuff, still just say thank you to him and collect it. Forget how he dealt or how he handled it wrongly. We understand that the way he did it is not how he was supposed to do it, but he got it for you. So, you don't carry gra 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 gra, go get the catalog. You not carry verse, spoil the whole thing. Just go collect your catalog, tell him thank you, you waka, because you don't already talk say you no go ever say sorry to Jude enges, so that one no go happen. We know, so you don't already talk am. Doris can say I'm not too deep into the whole issue between you and Jude enges, but we're all humans, and let me see. We're all humans, and deep down, we know what's right. Absolutely. This music industry thing, you have to really be there, be in the industry, knowing the kind of contracts that they've signed for you to even start discussing what they are doing over them. Now, if you feel is reasonable or confident to apologize to Jude Enges, go ahead. And if Jude is here or hears this, he should also be willing to do the same. It should go both ways. All these music executive, or what do they call them? Some of them used to feel like they are God. Oh, you understand? You be hearing, "I will ruin your career. I will ruin your career." I'm telling you because look, you, you don't know this. I'm not saying judo, but I'm just generally speaking. People in entertainment industry, some of them are something else. You know. Mm. Okay, Doris Kent said VDM tried to help, but he didn't stay completely neutral. He seemed to take sides. I hope I haven't said anything wrong. May God guide us all. Amen. Yes. Everybody will have their opinion, Doris. Do you understand? So people will always come in and try to bash other people. And one thing I always tell them is say your own now, talk your own. Do you understand? Everybody will say what they want to say. Allow other people to say their own opinion, not jumping on other people's head just like that. So of course, it doesn't matter if people think that you said what you said was wrong or what you said was not wrong. VDM talks about people. VDM picks up people's videos and analyzes people's videos, reacts to people's videos. So if somebody takes his video, agrees with him or disagrees with him or points out certain things, I don't think if VDM himself sees those people's videos and they're not insulting him, insulting his family, insulting his parents, and he will come and say anything. He will just look at the person, let them say whatever they want to say. After all, there's a clear case. The guy that is dragging him, for some reason, VDM has never said one word to D1. But he knows that D1 talks about him, but he's never so he knows that other people too talks about him, whether they like him or they don't like him. Or, do you understand? He will continue to do what he's doing. That's why you see sometimes he comes out and he does that his dance, that he will be dancing and things like that. So as a content creator and as a public figure, someone that put himself out there, VDM understand, but it's just some of the followers that don't get these critical analysis that it makes them upset and they think that you don't like VDM, that you're against VDM. But I don't think anyone is really, really against VDM. In my honest opinion, I don't think people are really, 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 really against VDM. Anyway, thank you also very much. It's 1 hour 23 minutes. I'm going to end this, and I'll see you all on the next one. Like I said, more videos on VDM will be dropping. So if that's the content you're interested in, subscribe because you'll be hearing us talk more about VDM and so many other topics that are on ground that we need to discuss or see. Also, the president that is also late and that is bringing a huge controversy. I think I'm also going to do a video reacting to the death of the former Nigerian president Muhammad Buhari. Okay, so yeah, see you all on the next one. Thank you also very much. God bless you. And I'll see you all. Bye, Doris Kent. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Queen, thank you so much for joining. And everyone that came in, I know most of you just like to sit back and listen and you don't want to comment so nobody knows your name and things like that. Thank you also very much. God bless you all. And those that will watch the replay, please drop your thoughts in the comment section because I will be back reading all the comments that people are dropping. Thank you also very much and bye for now.